Hey my friends, what's going on? It's Friday. You ain't got no job. Pound that for watching this video. Pow! So guys, 3 secrets you must know about residual income. I have this friend of mine, right? We actually been working out together lately a lot. He just got the entrepreneur's bug, which is amazing. So he's a musician, right? He plays the bass. And a couple of advice that we was talking about yesterday was about passive income. Okay, we were talking about passive income, how it's not taught in school. Most people don't know about it, and most people think that you have to work a regular job. You have to work a job in order for you to make money. You know, as it is the way that it is portrayed to most people, that's how you make money. But you know, he was telling me how he's so excited about his newfound freedom because he just didn't know that that was possible. So now he doesn't do the same thing that I do, but we were talking about income because of the fact that we were working out. It was midday, and he's thinking, man, I can't believe I don't have to go to work. Like, I can't believe that this month is gonna be my biggest month that I've actually done without a job. And we were talking about money for a little bit, right? So he plays the bass, so he's been having contracts and stuff like that. So he's been playing, and we were talking about how money is value. The paper that people call money, it's not real money. The only reason he's getting paid is because he has a skill set, something that's valuable to somebody else, and they're willing to exchange that. So money is a mean of exchange. Now if you go to work, a lot of the time, that not realizing that whatever you're doing, right, whatever you're doing at your job, that's what they equate the value. So if you had a job, like me personally, when I was at a job, I was getting paid $10 an hour. So the value is set by, not by your behavior, but it is set, standardized by all the other jobs, all the owner of the jobs, and how much they want to pay for this specific whatever that you do. Whether you was a cashier at McDonald's and this is how much you're gonna get paid, whether I knew how to do business, whether I was more valuable than $8 or $10 an hour, that's what I'm gonna get paid, because I'm gonna get paid based on the position. So what most people fail to realize, or what has not been taught to a lot of us that do not know these things, is the fact that you can increase your value. Most people don't realize that. So if money is nothing but value, it's an intrinsic value, right? It is something that you exchange for something else. It is a service, it is a product. You exchange it, so therefore they give you something more valuable for it. So how can you become more valuable? So I was telling him, you know, at first he was working a job, but now he's not working a job but making more money than he was working at a job. Now most people will not see that, but I tell them, what allows you to actually make the money without working? Your skill set, your gift, right? Because he's a bass player, like he knows how to play the bass. He's been practicing for years. So therefore his skill set is lucrative to someone else, or is desirable by someone else. So therefore, based on his skill set and his gift, he's able to create money, right? Based on his skill set and his gift. Now, that's a good thing, but that's not where passive income comes from. So we were talking about passive income. So I want to share my thoughts and ideas with you when it comes to passive income, what we were talking about. So having a skill set and a gift, which you can monetize. You can monetize your skill set and your gift. If you know how to do certain things, if you know how to do it very well, you can actually monetize that. But the thing with passive income is that if you have a gift, let's say for example, let's give you 2 examples. Let's say this guy named Paul, he's a doctor, right? He has a high paid skill set, you know, high paid skill. So if you're a doctor, you're making 6 figures a year, you have to work, right? You have to work in order for you to make money. Now let's say Johnny, who's not a doctor, regular Joe, maybe high school dropout or college dropout, but he got enough money, right, to actually start a business. Maybe let's say he start a hotel, right, or car wash, whatever. And he started employing other people. Although as a doctor, you might be making $350,000 a year, right? But see, you have to be there in order for you to make that money. Your skills has to pay you. You know, you have to be in the building in order for you to create the money. Now, let's say someone like myself who creates multiple online businesses. I don't have to be there for them to generate income. Once you understand what you're doing, right? Once you understand what you're doing, you have a business that's functioning, that can go without you. Which one would you rather have? Your freedom, or would you rather have the high paid skill set? Now if you want to become part of the wealthy group of people who doesn't have to work in order for you to create money. Even if you're a doctor, what you want to do is to take that money that you're making and invest it into businesses, invest it into things that can create passive cash flow. And that's the thing with passive cash flow. I don't have to be there in order for me to create income. So if you're going to create passive cash flow, you got to start thinking about that, you know. So here's what we was talking about. Yes, you have an influx of income. So now that you have a skill set, so first, for those of you that have absolutely no skill set or not a desirable skill set, maybe you know how to do certain things well, but it's not desirable. You don't know how to get the people who desire that skill set. You want to learn something that is desirable. Like me personally, I learned how to get traffic on the internet. I learned how to get leads, how to promote, how to market. This is very desirable. Technology, very desirable. Other skill set you can develop, very desirable. Now, once you have a skill set now, the goal is not to stay there, because your skill set will not create you passive income if you have to keep on in order for you to actually get paid. You have to keep doing the things that you do, right? Just like a doctor, in order for you to keep getting paid, you cannot pass your skill set to your kids. Like, let's say you're a doctor, you know, you have kids that's born in your family. You can't just make your kid a doctor, right? They have to choose to become a doctor. And if you stop working, they're not gonna get compensated for your skill set, for your gift. So this is where a business, you can pass it on to your child. You don't have to be there. If I have a business that's operating, that's creating cash flow, that's creating passive income, this is the stuff they did not teach me in school. I can pass it on to my kids. I don't have to be there. I can pass it on to my mom, my father, my uncle, whoever I want to, right? I can pass it on to whoever. I don't need to be there in order for the business to generate cash flow. And that's the true passive income. And that's the mindset that we were talking about to keep in mind when you start going to the next level. Because as your value increase now, you have an influx of income. Now you start getting people to see your gift, and they start paying you based on your value and your skill set. Now what you really want to do is to see how you can invest whatever you're getting. How can you invest from that influx into a passive cash flow, into businesses that can create a passive income for you, into things that can create a passive cash flow for you. That way you don't have to keep on working for the rest of your life in order for you to create income. And you really, that's the gist of it. And another thing we touch on, people will say, Kato, why you speak about money so much? Money's not that important. Even in church, you know, a lot of church leaders and other people, you know, even based on the Bible, people said that the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not that important. And I say, yes, it's important. Here's why it's important. Here's why it's important. It's not your master, right? I understand that. Money's a good servant, but a bad master. It's not even real. The stuff you call money, the paper, is like the same tree behind me. It's the same tree that's made money. Now, money is value. I want you to understand that. It's your value. The reason my friend, he's getting paid for playing the guitar is because he has a skill set that's valuable. Not most people can get under the guitar and do it nice. Do it nice as someone who's been practicing for years, who understands how to do it, right? So it's value. So once you understand that, here's why money is so important. I want you to understand that. Look around you, wherever you're watching this video, whether in your room right now, look at the couch, look at the camera you're watching this, you know, the computer, wherever you're watching this, you know, everything have one purpose for the most part. They only do one purpose. Like the chair in your house, you just needed to sit on it, right? That's the one-dimensional purpose, right? The TV, you just need it for distraction, right? One-dimensional purpose. They have one purpose. You know, my shirt, I only need it to cover my torso, right? I'm not gonna use it for my feet. I have sneakers on my feet right now, right? I'm not gonna use it for something else in my house. Everything else has one purpose. My car, I just need it to drive me from point A to point B, and then I don't need it anymore. Everything has one purpose. Now, the thing why money becomes so important is because it's the point of intersection of everything. That's why it's so important, right? You need money to buy a car. I need money to buy the shirt. You need money to buy the camera. You need money to buy the video. So it touches almost every point of your life. Look in your room right now. Tell me, is there something in there that you didn't have to spend money in order for you to get? Unless you went to the store and steal it, which I would not recommend that, right? So when you look around you, everything that's in your surrounding has been affected by that one thing. You know, the house behind me, the lake behind me, they have to pay people in order for them to dig it, right? They have to have an exchange of value, something that's valuable to other people. So money is nothing but a point of intersection. right? So anything that I need right now, if I need a car, I need to exchange, give my money in order for me to get the car. I need a house, give my money in exchange for the house. I need some food right now, water, give my money in order for me to exchange and get the water. So it is a point of intersection. So the reason it becomes so important is because as a chair, your only role is to sit down. I can only sit on you and watch TV and do something else. But as money, I can buy a chair, then I can buy a fridge, then I can buy a TV, then I can buy water, then I can buy food, then I can buy clothes, then I can get my hair cut, then I could see it touches almost every aspects in every areas of life. So that's why it's important for you not to neglect it. If you repel it and say, oh, it's not important, I don't care for it, I don't need to learn how to get it, I don't need to learn anything, I just want to be basic. So you will never understand the real meaning, which they don't teach you the stuff in school. I went to college, trust me, I spent a lot of my time into the educating world, and they never taught me this type of knowledge that I'm sharing with you right now, telling me understand that I don't have to work a 9 to 5 in order for me to create money. I can do what I love and I create money out of that, and not to let money be my master, right? Not to go to work for it, but to actually learn how to gain it and then how to invest it and how to grow it. Another thing we spoke about was, okay, now that you have a flux of income, so let's say you start an online business, you start making videos, you start doing what I do, or you start doing other things, you start creating income, right? The goal now is not to go and ball out, which I did in the beginning, guilty of that. Yeah, win and ball out. Sometimes you have to get that. People say, hey, you have to get that. You have to get it out of your system. And I did that, and it cost me. And if you can learn from my mistake, or if you want to go do your own, feel free. You can go do your own. But anyway, when you have a fluctuate amount of money, more actually coming to you, the goal now is to learn how money is a seed, okay? It's a seed. Right? It's like a corn. It's like a corn seed. Like you can eat it, right? You have instant gratification. You'll feel satisfied. Or what you could do, like the grass, you can plant it. You can plant it. When you plant a seed, what happens? What's gonna happen? It's gonna grow. If you have a mango tree, right? You have one mango in your hand, you can eat it. It will give you that instant satisfaction or instant gratification. You feel really good. Oh man, I just ate this great mango. Or you can say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna hold that hunger for a little bit. You know what? Let's dig the ground. We're gonna put it in the ground. Let's grow it, and then now you have this mango tree that comes up after a year. It's not a year, but it's gonna give you mangoes after a year, and then now you have 100 mangoes that's coming out of this mango tree. You know, and that's the thing with money. You gotta know whether are you gonna invest it, where you put it in the ground and you make it grow, you turn it into more, or are you going to just eat it now? You know, that's what happened to a lot of people. We get into the cycle, we go to work every week, we spend exactly everything that we make, so we ended up living the life of living paycheck to paycheck. So therefore we can never have anything planted, and we don't have the psychology of planning anything for future or to grow even something bigger, because all we think about I gotta pay the cell phone, I gotta pay the house. So we do the calculation, and sometime at the end of the month, we always have more bills than money. So that's why you have to either increase your skill set so that you can be better, so that you can have a skill set or something that pays you more, increase your value, or so that you can create more a fluctuation of cash flow so that you can have enough to actually invest. Okay, so that you can have enough to invest, or you can just eat what you make, and you always be in that cycle where you keep working, and you're not seeing anything for it. At the end of the day, you keep in that cycle of working for 40 years of your life, and you don't have nothing to show for it. You don't have nothing to show for it, and that's not the path that you want to take if you want to be successful. And I wanted to share these things with you when it comes to income, because a lot of people don't have that mindset, and that's why a lot of people ended up failing, and that's why I fell in the beginning. And those are things that I'm gonna teach to my kids. There's a thing that I want them to learn and I want them to know, because of the fact that they're gonna be able to take that information and change their lives if they know that information early. And if you're watching this video, you know, leave a comment down below and let me know if you have learned any of that stuff in college, because I know I personally didn't, you know, until I came on the internet and find mentors and find people that taught me the real meaning and the real value behind creating income, creating cash flow, and creating asset, creating passive income, where I don't technically have to be there in order for me to create income. Okay, so anyway, guys, I was Kato, your boy. Wanted to share that stuff with you. Some of the stuff that we spoke about yesterday. We spoke about a lot more stuff than that, but I don't want to make this video too long. Hopefully it's not valuable to you. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You know, I usually make those videos on Friday just to show you my results. But today I said, hey, you know what, just straight up value. I'm not even going to show you results, what I did for this week as far as my business, some of the other stuff. But hopefully this video is valuable to you and you get the seed that's in there and you're going to plant it in your heart and you're going to go out there and create cash flow for yourself, you know, that you can actually have passive income and change your life, have freedom for the rest of your life, man. It's an amazing thing when you don't have to wake up and answer to a boss, when you have time to really think about life, what you really want to do, when you have time to develop your gift, when you have time to become the person that you was called out to be, when you start developing your skill sets and your talents and you start getting paid from there. So it all gonna start with one skill set. Look for skill set that you have, things that are desirable right now, factors in your life that you can monetize. And once you monetize them, look to see how you can take that money and invest it so that that money can grow and it can work for you. Okay, rich people, they don't want to work for money. They want money to work for them so that they can have their time back. Now, if you don't have your time and you're working for somebody else, use this principle. From whatever that you make it a goal at the end of the week. You know, you have to put some money aside. People say save, you know, saving. I heard that a lot from other people. You need to save money. If you want to have future, you know, you can either save your mango or not make any more mangoes, right? If you save your mango, like I said, if you want to have a mango tree, or do you want to save that one mango? Because if you save that one mango, it's not going to turn into more mango. But if you put it in the ground, that's why you want to save to invest, not save to save, or not save to spend, or not save to buy a TV, not save to buy a car, not save. You want to save and invest whatever you save so that you can create more out of it. That's the only way you're going to gain your freedom. And that's true from the heart. No fluff. That's true knowledge to you. I promise you, if you apply these things, you can create freedom for yourself. That was your boy Kater. Appreciate you. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. Let's get it. Let's take it to a whole next level, baby. Pound that. Pow. I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys later. Bye.